everyone, this is Sukhmani Bhardwaj, your Brampton's local real estate agent. The numbers for June 2023 are out. The home sales and average selling prices in the Greater Toronto area in June 2023 remained above last year's levels. However, they were lower than May 2023. 7,481 sales occurred through TREB's MLS system in June, up by 16.5% compared to 2022 of June. Now, but when you compare it with the sales of May, the previous month, the number of sales dropped by almost 16.8%. And I believe that's more relevant for the consumers right now. The year-over-year increase in sales coupled with decrease in new listings means market conditions were tighter this past June relatively to the same period last year. The average selling price was about $1.182 million, down by 1.2% when compared to May of 2023. Let's specifically talk about the city of Brampton. You can see the number of sales here for different property types and their corresponding average sales price for the month of June. Detached homes were still the most popular home types with 318 sales and an average price of a little over 1.3 million, followed by semi-detached, 103 sales and about $1,019 average price, so on and so forth for townhomes and for condo townhomes and condo apartments. Now let's dive down further into numbers, talking specifically about the city of Brampton, and we'll just concentrate on the month of June. A total of 604 sales occurred. You've seen the breakdown of this number in the previous slide for all different property types. Average price was sitting at 1113, a little over that, 1.113,000. Median was 1,045,000. Months of inventory, which means that how long will it take for all the houses for sale currently in the market to be sold? About 1.9 months. Property days on market, it took about 17 days on an average for a property to be sold in the month of June. And then SNLR, which is the sales to new listing ratio trend. This number, as I always say, when it is between 40 to 60, which is right now in June, was sitting at 52%. It's a buyer's market that it indicates. Now let's further compare these numbers to the previous month. You can see that the number of sales, they dipped from 742 in May. The sales dipped down to 604. Average price, you can see that there was an increase over here from 1.1 million 11 to about $2,000 increase. Now, even though there was an interest hike on June 7th, and but the numbers are showing otherwise, that there was an increase between May and June. There's something called a lagging effect. So the interest hike will take a lagging effect, which might take a couple of months to show its effects. And now, if you look at the sales starting from January, the sales were increasing. Now, due to that interest hike on June 7th, we could see the number of sales dipping here. The average price was increasing right from the beginning since the month of January, and has been going up in Brampton. And similarly, the number of days a property took to be sold since January, from 39 coming down to 17. Overall, for the Toronto Real Estate Board, number of sales dipped from 8,997 to 7,481. And the average selling price overall, when you look at it, that's like at a macro level, you will see the sales price average prices have dropped from almost 1.195 to down to 1.182. So those are the numbers for Brampton and overall for Toronto. A resilient economy, tight labor market, and record population growth kept home sales well above last year's lows. Looking forward, the Bank of Canada's interest rate decisions this month and its guidance on inflation and borrowing cost for the remainder of 2023 will help us understand how much sales and prices will recover beyond current levels. So currently what's happening in the market is that since the June 7th interest hike, there are fewer showings happening, fewer visitors at open house, and fewer offers on properties. The buyers are a bit skeptical at the moment and waiting until the likely interest rate hike on July 12th and then reassess their finances and borrowing and then take it from there. That being said, houses are being still sold, being purchased, and being closed on everyday basis. And that's about the numbers for the month of June 2023. Like always, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out to me. And if you have any comments or thoughts about the current real estate market, feel free to share them in the comments below.